Hello, and welcome to another episode of Chat with the Chaplain. My name is Father Shaz Junquist, and I'm the chaplain here at St. Paul's College here in Hong Kong, China. And it is my absolute pleasure to have at long last my very good friend, Mr. Alan Chow, to the program. Mr. Chow, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Father Shaz.
Thank you. Mr. Chow, he is a Chinese teacher. He's also an RS teacher. He is also an old boy of the college, and he used to be the head prefect. And in those days, he was a head prefect in 1987, but the college ran to 7th form. So he actually left the college in 1989. So Mr. Chow is one of our old boys. And he and I are kindred spirits because we both like the program Sesame Street. And for those of you who do not know, Sesame Street is an educational program from the 70s and the 80s. I grew up watching Sesame Street, and when we chat about it, we both have favorite characters from Sesame Street. I'll let Mr. Chow tell you who his favorite character is, and then I wonder if you can guess who my favorite character. Mr. Chow, who is your favorite character on Sesame Street?
Actually, my mom introduced me Sesame Street.
Okay.
My favorite character is the Count, Count Von Count.
Yes, Count Podcast.
However, my mom, she misunderstood that the Count was the bad guy because he always stayed in his castle,
Yes.
hung in the beds,
Yes.
laughing happily afterwards, just like that. 1, 2, 3, I see best, ha ha ha. And my mom always thought that this guy must have a naughty plot, some
Yes.
bad plan,
Yes.
some conspiracy.
Yes.
But later I understand that he's teaching the children to count the numbers.
Yes.
And now I know, Romania is in my bucket list.
Oh, okay.
One day I would like to take my little small Count to go to the Dracula castle. It's homecoming for him. So who is your favorite character?
Well, Mr. Chow, I love to eat, so my favorite character is the Cookie Monster.
Yeah.
I love the Cookie Monster. I love his energy. I love the fact that he eats every kind of cookie in the world.
Yeah.
And I think that is such a fantastic program.
Yes.
And it has shaped the lives of so many students growing.
Yes.
So, Mr. Chow, I ask everybody who comes on the program, and I would like to ask you, what is your happiest moment during your time here at St. Paul's College?
Talking about my happiest time, one scenario often pops into my mind. When I was in Form 7, the school set up two classrooms for students, especially for senior students, a study room so that they can study with their friends, study together, so that they can form study groups. You can have mutual support with your peers, both mentally or academically. And we also make use of this. There are 4 of us coming regularly, especially during long holidays, Christmas holidays and also Chinese New Year holiday. I remember vividly one scenario. After studying for the whole morning, we went out for lunch, and after lunch we have a little walk. We walk along Bonham Road and then Center Street. Long before the escalator was built, there were many stores along Center Street, and one of the store was a handmade egg roll store. For the Canadian local, I am sure you know what is egg rolls. Egg rolls are local delicacy, sweet, crispy, and delicious, made of eggs, sugar, and milk.
I love them.
Yeah,
I love them.
I'm sure you like that. I believe the store was run by an uncle. He was always there making egg rolls. Sometimes some ladies there looking after the store. And during a long holiday, occasionally a little girl helping out. So when after lunch, we have a walk and then bought some egg rolls, going back to school, carry on our fight, and then maybe having some snack and then continue working hard.
Yes.
And for your information, after the store and its neighbors make way for the escalator, the store now become a shop on 3rd Street.
Oh, yes.
That was the time I remember. But so that's sometimes I feel for the boys because their schedule is so busy after school or during the holidays, and they have extra after school classes all and everywhere in Hong Kong. So as a result, it's very difficult to gather them together to study.
Yes.
But anyway, I believe nowadays they have other platforms or other occasions to build up their engagement with their peers, like music group or sports group or service group, something like that. Or of course we have those groups in my days, but for me it's studying. I'm a bookworm. I have to confess.
Okay.
I remember the time when I was just like fighting a battle with my comrades, having the same goal with your buddies, overcoming the hard times in your life. Just like you have the feeling that you are not fighting a lonely battle. But I suppose this is quite an ordinary experience, and I'm sure our boys we have so many these kind of stories in orchestras, choirs, football team, basketball team, and so on and so forth. Or maybe Red Cross or Scouts.
Yes, definitely. That type of story will resonate with the boys.
Yeah.
And it is the good old days that, it's always very important to be able to remember the happy times that you have in your life. Because you're quite right, Mr. Chow, life is full of challenges. And sometimes the only thing that helps you to get through the challenges is remembering those happy days.
Oh, yes, sure.
And Mr. Chow, you are an integral member of the Christian Union here at the school. Both the senior, the juniors see you, and it is a very vibrant group that does a lot of good work. There are a lot of wonderful teachers who lead it and participate in it. And, with St. Paul's being a Christian school, I would like to ask you, how do you think the Christian nature of the school, the Christian values, the Christian atmosphere, how has that helped to shape you into the person that you are today?
I believe I have to mention the assemblies. Because assemblies is the thing that whether you like it or not, you have to attend.
Yes.
But I quite miss the assemblies. And in my days, there are 5 assemblies a week, every day assembly.
Okay.
And the school will never skip the assembly, no matter what is going to happen. And in those days, the college chaplain has to do everything. The talk, the hymn, the prayer, the talk, the Bible reading, and no guest speaker. No presentation, no updates, no prize presentation, nothing. And the chaplain has to talk the chaplain have to deliver 5 talks every week.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I remember when I was in Form 5, Reverend Jenny Wong, later she became Reverend Jenny Nam. She became the chaplain that year, and I really missed her talks. I believe because the chaplain has to handle everything, somehow it's allowed him or her to organize the thing in a more holistic approach. The connection between the hymns and the reading or the message. Sometimes she could even give you some suspense. If you want to know what happened afterwards, you have to pay attention tomorrow in assembly.
Okay.
Yeah. But of course, I'm not comparing the old assemblies and the assembly now. Yeah. But I also understand you have give and takes. Yes.
Yes.
And another part I believe is the hymns we sing in the assembly. I have to move back a little bit. Back in my primary school days in St. Paul's Primary School.
Oh, you were in the primary school?
Yes. We also had assemblies. But actually, I cannot recall the whole order of service. But something like we have 2 hymns every assembly, and the headmaster will deliver a short talk every Wednesday, something like that. And many hymns I sang then, they are still my favorite up to this day.
Oh.
One of them is called This Is My Father's World. And my favorite lines goes like this. This is my Father's world. Oh, let me never forget. That though wrong seems oft so strong. and God is the ruler yet. It is very comforting when I find things difficult to comprehend, difficult to understand. How come things will happen like this or that? But this hymn reminds me that God is in charge. God
Yes.
the world is still under God's control.
Yes.
Although I may not understand how God will allow this or allow that, but that's comforting.
Yes.
Or for me, understanding God is in control will be enough.
Yes.
Another one is all things bright and beautiful. You know the melody, very very lovely melody.
Yes.
Like a children's song.
Yes.
Of course, we sang this in Cantonese in primary school. But when I went to secondary school, we used that hymn book, English version. Not only the melody, the words, so beautiful. The purple-headed mountain, the rivers running by. The sunset in the morning that brightens up the sky. Wow, stunning. Purple-headed mountain.
Yes, it's beautiful imagery.
Yes, that's a beautiful picture. But later, I discovered that's not only a children's song with beautiful words and lovely melody. It is a very deep theological meaning. God's creation, His provision, and also His abundant grace, His generosity, very touching. And you know, for the Chinese Christian congregation, creation is a theme always neglected. We always we do not consider that enough. But this song actually provides a lot of food for thought for us. Another one is called I Would Be True. I would be true, for there are those who trust.
Yes.
Yes, no, they said no man is an island. This reminds me that I have someone to care for, and there's somebody care for me.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, I believe God created us as communal beings. That's God's design. We need each other. We are so interdependent.
Yes.
So this hymn teaches me the importance of honesty and trust in our relationship.
Yes.
You know, there's in our Form 2 RS curriculum, there's a case asking the boy, a supermarket is selling expired food. What do you think? And some boys they supply very good answers. They said it's no good because it breaks the trust between the customers and the shop.
Yes.
And trust is like that. Once it's broken, you can never mend it.
Yes. You're right.
Yeah. So sometimes when I'm in the assembly, I think, that would be wonderful if we can sing that would be wonderful if we can sing the entire hymn, starting from verse 1 to verse 6, because those hymns always have a theme and progression.
Yes.
Or for example, starting from creation, and then the fall, and then the salvation and incarnation, passion, and the eternal life.
Yes.
Or how God cares for us from early morning until late evening, late night.
Yes.
So yes, if we can sing the entire hymn, so how good that would be.
Yes.
But I know the limitations.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are absolutely right, Mr. Chow. I know so many people that I talk to, and they remember, as they grow older, they stray away from church. They sometimes, put God on the back burner. But inevitably, as in all things, troubles come our way. And for those people, they say, what helps them to get through? They remember a song that they would have sang at school. And so you're absolutely right, Mr. Chow.
So music is a wonderful gift from God.
Yes. It is the language of the universe.
Yes.
It is beautiful. And so I really appreciate your insight on that. And so, Mr. Chow, my final question to you today is this. This world that we live in is so complicated. It is so frustrating. It's dangerous. It is overwhelming. It is completely changed from the times that you and I, when we grew up, when we were children. And I feel so burdened by the fact of knowing that the young people that we teach, the young people in society, have so much to deal with, much more than we would have had to put up with. And so it must really be a struggle for them. And I would like to ask you, Mr. Chow, if you could offer a word of advice to the young people who will watch this video today, what would you say to them and why?
I would say trust God and rely on God.
Mm-hmm.
I believe God has given each and every one of us a portion, and that portion is He sees good, and that portion fits us. Enjoy that portion, be happy, make the best out of it, and yet at the same time, do not try to get other people's portion. Pay attention, and then have a pure heart, and also be observant. And I believe everybody can get God's message. And then back to basic, relationship to God and also with others are also very important. I believe that if you and I, if we can have good relationship with ourselves, we can have good relationship with others, and vice versa. If we can get along well with others, we can also get along well with ourselves. So I always ask my friends to be a good friend, to be a friend to yourself. Accept your weakness, accept your limits, but also appreciate yourself. Because besides being a communal being, God also created us as with the uniqueness. You and I are all unique. And so accept our weakness, and then appreciate yourself, and then extend this kind of acceptance to others. Be thankful for yourself, and be thankful for all those around you.
Yes.
If you want more practical tips, I consider reading is very good. Novels are excellent in a sense that we only live once.
Yes.
But if you read novels, we can understand the life of others. I believe it's how we learn to be compassionate. Compassion is very important.
Yes.
And so learn a foreign language. It's just a key to open a new world for us. Of course, besides English.
Yes.
So you mentioned that I teach Chinese. If a Chinese teacher asks you to learn a foreign language apart from English, then you have to definitely to listen.
You're absolutely right, Mr. Chow. I was struggling to learn Cantonese. It is a beautiful language, but it is a very difficult language.
But I think you're lucky, because in Bahamas you have to learn Spanish and English and also other foreign language, right?
Yes, in school, coming up in school, we had to learn French, Spanish. In the old days, we had to learn Latin.
Oh yes.
And so it is important to be able to communicate with people all over the world, because everybody has a story.
Yes.
And it impresses me so much that the boys at the school, they speak a minimum of 3 languages.
Yes.
And so, Mr. Chow, you have given us so much wisdom today. And I hope that your message can go far and wide. And I really, really appreciate that you're taking time out of your schedule to come and sit with me and to come and film another episode of Chat with the Chaplain.
Thank you for your invitation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chow. And thank you very much for watching. And we look forward to seeing you again soon on another episode of Chat with the Chaplain. Thank you.
Thank you.